Uvalde Radio. We live, work, and play here.
It's Uvalde Radio, Robert Miguel. Hey, checking in live from the Uvalde Grand Opera House Annex. Here, just me, a couple of chairs, and Mr. John Juhasz. That's it, right?
That's right.
John's here. All right, very good. Sorry, you know what? Before we went on, I was like, how do you pronounce your name? He told me, and then I just brain farted. I'm gonna admit it. I just didn't write. So it's really cool to talk to you. You got a really cool event coming up this weekend, Saturday night here in the Opera House in the main room in the theater. The 11th annual, is that what I'm hearing? 11 years
11th annual
of Uvalde Idol. So this is going to be a great show, right?
Oh, we love it. Every year I have people walking up to me in H-E-B, Walmart, and so on, saying, when's Uvalde Idol going to be? You know, and so a lot of the people in the community, the young people especially, their parents, really look forward to having a way for their kids to showcase their talents.
Uh-huh. So now 11 years in, how has this event, and you've been working with the event the entire time?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So how has the event evolved over the last decade and plus?
Well, we started it out at the high school,
Okay.
at Uvalde High, and it was just for the high school students. And we got a lot of support, of course, from our choir program and the local music studios and that kind of thing. And so it was great for the high school kids to be able to kind of compete against each other.
Right.
We got the school students riled up because we'd have a little preview beforehand that they paid for $1 to come in for, and it would support our senior class.
Right.
And so we did that for several years, quite a few, actually, I think it was 6 years. And then after the 7th year, I had another program called Uvalde's Got Talent, which was all different talents, not just singing.
Okay.
We found out we didn't have enough people entering.
Not enough jugglers,
talents.
ventriloquists, and people that can fit their bodies in a box.
Right. And so we decided, well, let's just open up Uvalde Idol to all age groups, and let's do it, give everybody a chance to get into it. We did it even with adults up until last year, and then I decided we didn't have enough adults entering, so we had plenty of school kids from kindergarten on up.
Now when you say not enough adults, not enough to make a category to where they compete against each other.
Right.
Okay.
And so what we have done now is it's all school kids from kindergarten on up to 12th grade, and they compete in 3 different age groups, depending on how many we get for each age group. We kind of split them up the best way we can. And it turns out to be a good fundraiser. I'm in Knippa now, so we used to do we used to go ahead and do that in Uvalde. Now the funds go to my senior class in Knippa, since I'm putting on the thing and doing all the work. But my main reason for doing it is just to get these kids in the community another way to get up on stage and be able to showcase their talents in a small town like this that often they don't support the arts as much as we do here in Uvalde. So it's really nice to have it here.
Well, again, we're talking to John Juhasz here, the director, producer, promoter of Uvalde Idol, which is this Saturday at the Opera House. Now, you mentioned this is to benefit the senior class of Knippa. Let's go ahead and talk about your background as an educator within the system. Give us your quick resume.
Well, basically, I've been teaching for 25 years. I started out in Jordanton. That's where my kids grew up, and that's where I taught them. And once my kids quit, or not quit, but once they graduated, we moved out here to Uvalde, and since then I've been teaching at Uvalde, and I taught there for 12 years, and now this is my 2nd year in Knippa. I also teach for the junior college, so I teach courses for them, mostly out at the state prison, and I teach the dual credit courses for the students in Knippa for English. And my thing is, I started this whole thing because when I was a kid, I was on a local variety show in Cleveland, Ohio. called the Gene Carroll Show.
Okay.
And I used to do production numbers almost every week, and I got to be on TV, and it was really neat. I had this way to showcase my talent. My mother taught me from the time I could talk to be able to sing. I've never had any formal vocal lessons, but I've been singing my whole life, and it's something that's really brought a lot of joy to my life, and I think a lot of joy to the people who get to listen to me perform, and that's my main reason for performing. Now I do it mostly in church, but I like to have a way to give back to the community and be able to get the kids involved.
Well, and it's great to get the kids to showcase their talent and get them involved and to give them something to do, but also it instills confidence and a lot of other great things as well too, right? I mean,
absolutely, good point. This really helps kids to get more confidence in themselves, and if you can get up on stage in front of a bunch of people and sing, you can do just about anything.
Yeah, it makes that PowerPoint in your office job a lot easier down the line. So,
absolutely.
Very good. Well, now, again, back to you as an educator. I mean, you mentioned, elementary school kid ages. Obviously, you deal with some high school kids. You're with the senior class. You said prisoners. So you're teaching, you're educating people from all kinds of walks of life. I mean, what is that for? I mean, on a personal side, you must have a passion for just, educating.
I do. I've been doing it for a long time, and I still enjoy it just as much as I did when I started, and I still have this passion for that. My father was actually illiterate, and I think that's one of the reasons why when I was growing up, I knew that reading and writing was so important because I saw him struggle with
firsthand, right? See that.
He was an orphan, so he never really got educated, got out of school and went to work and worked hard his whole life, but couldn't read or write until later on. In his later years, I was able to teach him some reading and writing. So about the last 15 years of his life, he was able to actually enjoy doing some reading and writing.
Wow, what a wonderful story. That's amazing. Now, I mean, I think it's safe to say that the average educator probably doesn't teach a variety of students that you do. Is there a certain age group that you really take a shine to as far as your students go?
I just like teaching them all. They're all great. We have some really good young people nowadays. For all those people that really get skeptical about our younger generation, yes, there are a lot of problems that they have to face and a lot of challenges in today's world, but they're still great people. Most of them really mean well, and if you treat them right, they'll treat you right. And I found out that they learn much better that way. So.
Well, it's great that you're being hands-on, and again, we can't complain about this next generation. I know a lot of people my age get to be talking about these millennials and these Generation Ys and Zs and whatnot, and it's like, well, they're ours. I mean, we're the ones influencing them, so we have to take them like clay, and mold them into good humans. So if they end up not cool, it's on us too. So getting back to the show, okay, for those who are interested, how exactly does this benefit the senior class? So, for instance, what do some of these funds go to help with?
Well, it's basically going to their prom.
Okay, very good.
And so we want to make that a nice experience.
A senior year is expensive. There's parties, there's proms, there's dinners and dances, and all kinds of get-togethers, and so you kind of helps out the general fund in making that happen. Very good. So as far as the show goes, Saturday night, the big event, you guys went through. The process was a couple of auditions. How did the auditions go? The
auditions went great. From the first group that we had on, they all came prepared. They really care about what they're doing, and while we have a variety of different types of talent when it comes to singing styles, they're all really good singers. They're not professionals, obviously, but it's a good show. And what happens is we get them up on stage one at a time, and after they sing, just like on the Uvalde or the American Idol TV show, the judges will give them comments of feedback. They'll let them know what they did well, and they'll give them some advice on how they could improve. And after each of those contestants then perform at the end, we'll go ahead and tally up the judges' votes, and of course we'll have our guest performers there, and then we'll go ahead and announce first and second place in 2 of the age categories, and then first, second, and third place in the other category. A total of 19 singers that we'll have.
Wow, that's great. Now, do these young kids and young adults and kids, do they get like a trophy or a certificate or bragging rights? What are they vying for?
They get trophies.
Oh, very good. Okay.
But more than that, they get to say that they came in first place.
Yeah, bragging rights, man.
Third place in Uvalde Idol. And a lot of them, that's what they really need, and that's what they really want, to show that they can succeed in something that most people never even think of doing.
Now we're 11 years into it. I'm sure that some of the people competing this weekend might be some usual suspects. Are there some repeat performers going to be this year? Okay, so give us an idea, I guess, of what we can expect. I don't know if you want to divulge the artist or songs you're going to be doing, but just kind of a little insight as to what we might expect from the music.
Well, the music, we have popular music from today's contemporary sounds, everything from rock to pop. We even have some singers that are doing some oldies, some old standard songs, a little bit of everything, R&B, some just combination of different styles. I really don't know what to call a lot of the styles nowadays. So that's
I know everything's so fragmented genre-wise. Absolutely. Well, sounds like it's going to be a great show. Now, I guess let's get all the details. Is it 7:00 showtime?
It's going to be at 7:00.
Okay. Yeah, and about how long will the program run?
It should run about 2 hours.
Okay, so
maybe
from
over.
about 7 to 9, maybe a little longer, and then we'll have the performers judging. You said maybe a guest performance. Can you divulge who that's going to be yet, or?
Sure. We have AJ Hernandez, who is a former graduate of Uvalde High School. He's singing at Fiesta, Texas now. He's a performer there, and so he'll be performing a song. And we have a couple songs. We'll have a couple songs by another former UHS graduate, Dominic Valdez, who's currently performing in the area, doing some of his own music and some cover music. I think he performed. When was it? He just performed recently over at the airport. At the hangar.
All right, so we're going to have some up-and-comers, all competing, and then you're going to have some kind of more professional type. That's going to, I guess, while the judging is kind of taking place, to kind of pad the time until we announce the winners.
Absolutely.
So very cool. Well, it sounds like a great event. Let's go ahead and give ticket prices again. What are they?
Well, the ticket prices, it's just $10 across the board, general admission. And that's...
I think I read on the website that it is cash or check only. Is that correct, or is that... Am I?
That's correct.
Okay, so we want to get that cash or check, so don't be bringing your credit card. Bring your cash or check if you want to get into the big show. Be prepared for that. And, of course, those funds go to help the Knippa Senior High School. Any other information we need to get out, about it? Just bring your friends,
I really hope you can come. We need to support these kind of things in our community.
Absolutely.
Because, like I said, it really is more than just a fundraiser. It's for the youth of this area, and performing arts is so important to this community, and it has become one of the lifebloods of the community. We have a great choir program in Uvalde. Karen McCarty leads that program. She does a great job. Her husband, Darren McCarty, is in charge of the jazz band over there. And then we have great radio stations and radio people around here, and you yourself are going to be there. And being a judge for us, and we thank you for that.
I'm going to get all Simon on everybody, all right? I know, I'll be good. I'll be nice.
We don't make any kids cry.
No. At least not there. Yeah. But no. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a fantastic idea. And again, this is a great way to support the arts. Not only are you getting a show, you're going to be entertained, but we're teaching our kids at a younger age, whether they're on the stage performing, whether they're watching, that hey, the arts are something that's fun, it's engaging. I think I remember the first time I saw the drama club perform in Uvalde, when I was in junior high. I saw a high school drama performance of West Side Story, and I was just blown away that these are like my friends, and they flipped a switch and they could act like other people, and I was just like, wow, this is great. So I remembering what that's like, when you see your peers who are just people that are walking with books down the hall and carrying their backpack, and see them turn into Adele or Beyonce or AC/DC or whatever the case may be, and see them rock it out on stage. It's a really cool thing for a kid to see that, and hopefully it inspires them too. And we do need to support the arts, and we've got this fantastic venue that we can do
wonderful.
it in. Yeah. So
I'd just like to mention one more thing. I do want to thank you for giving us this opportunity to promote the competition a little bit, and I wanted to thank Uvalde Leader News, who has done great things for us to help us promote it. The Visitor Center, who puts the information up on the marquee for us, and we just get great support from the community as far as people getting involved and putting it on their Facebook pages and so on.
Well, it's going to be a great show. I'm excited to be a part of it too as a judge, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys out there. And in advance, thanks for putting this together. It's just going to be a treat. So,
thank you.
Again, that is this Saturday, 7 p.m. Do not miss it. Uvalde Idol, the 11th annual to benefit the Knippa senior class. So get on out here, bring your $10 and maybe some soda money or something too. So let's do it. All right, well, John, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up here with Uvalde Radio at the Uvalde Grand Opera House Annex.